what Garuda does in the drone sector.
Thank you so much for inviting me as part of the panel. I hope everyone can hear me well.
Yes.
And I think, Garuda Aerospace has been undoubtedly one of the top drone startups, and it is gearing to be the first ever unicorn startup in the Indian ecosystem. And I think the Union Budget 2022 has undoubtedly set the stage for the drone industry to boom in India and get deeply integrated into the hearts and minds of Indians, as you just spoke. And I think the finance minister as well as the honorable prime minister has had extraordinary visionary leadership, and especially into announcing the Kisan drones. And I feel that it will drive a wave of technology in the agriculture.
Okay, just break this down for us, because the big ticket item didn't happen today. The big ticket item had a couple of months ago when Jyotiraditya Scindia came out with the drones policy. There was a risk in this country that, on the guise of, safety and, somebody will smuggle drugs and do terrorism, which is a problem. Let's not kid ourselves, that we would ban drones or ban their use. We have a liberalized drone policy now. How much of a game changer was that?
After liberalizing the drone rule in 2021, the union government has now given a huge boost to the drone industry by announcing the Drone Shakti program, wherein startups like Garuda Aerospace will be promoted to facilitate drones as a services for various use cases and applications for public sector giants like Survey of India for land records mapping, NTPC for their monitoring of their plants, SAIL, and several private sector giants like Vedanta, Adani, Tata are also our clients, and where we are serving them for a lot of Industry 4.0.
Okay, so give us some real life examples, because everybody thinks drone is only for your shadi coverage. What is it can be actually used for in economy, for people running businesses out there? How can they use this technology?
I will give you a use case where the drone industry can skyrocket into a 20 to 30,000 crore economy and increase the Indian agricultural GDP by 1 to 1.5% if we are utilizing drones to spray insecticides and pesticides in this country, where it is now being dominated by the $3 billion manual spraying equipments, which are causing huge health complications for the farmers. Not only that, they are very ineffective, they are not precise, and drones are offering a clean green method of doing this pesticide spraying in 1/3 of the time at the same cost, and it is also spurring a huge revolution of youth being skilled in our country.
Okay. When you guys do your hiring, what are you looking for?
Initially we're looking for driven, young, passionate individuals, and we are tapping into the youth who are into the gig economy, who are wanting part-time jobs, because being a drone pilot, we push by asking, why do you want to be a driver or a delivery boy when you can be a captain of a drone, and the second prone approach based on your question, Rishabh, is that I think we really need to create, as startups, it is also our responsibility to take schemes that the government has already launched, like the 10 lakh subsidy for the Kisan drone, and drive it through the entire ecosystem so that youngsters are aware of a lot of different schemes that the government has launched, and also the use cases of emerging technology like drones. Like most people have this misconception that drones are used only for videography, but drones are being now used for delivery of vaccines at ISRO, where we executed it.
Yeah, and well, technically you can deliver pizza one day with drones. It should be possible. Okay, you talked about gaming, animation in the budget today. Now, these are things that, growing up, were seen as rebellious things to do, not as careers and industries, and now the finance minister is talking about them. Are you seeing structural logics change?
Absolutely, sir. I feel that India being the home of the youngest youth population in the world, where 52% of our country is under the age of 30, you need to converse in a language where people do understand. And our youngsters do need to be conveyed using games, using crypto, using all these tokens. And because today there is a need for instant validation, people are talking about metaverses. So the manner in which the government is utilizing emerging technology to convey their vision across is absolutely.
It has to be a holistic approach. Tarpan, in the end we have to break away from silos, and the reality is that it's all going to work together. I'll give you a small example. The person who is an animator right now, who makes 3D animations, people who work in our news channels who make 3D animations, those guys can also then make the 3D components that go into gaming. And if you can make a gaming universe, well, that's what the metaverse is. The only thing missing is a virtual reality goggle, and that's what metaverse or omniverse, if you work with NVIDIA, as they define it. Tarpan Vyas, are we seeing that the talent exists? What is the structural opportunity that needs to be created? Because if Zuckerberg is saying and the NVIDIA guys are saying that this is the future, augmented reality, how do we take 10%, 20% of the global supply chain of it?